Hello everyone. Welcome back to the stream. Welcome. We're here at Spa for the third round of our Wednesday series with TSRC. We're about to get ready for qualifying, which is just starting now. There is actually a chance of a little bit of rain. Doesn't seem to be raining at the moment. Car didn't quite start. So we're going to head out for a couple of qualifying runs. So we will. There is a chance of a drizzle. So, gonna be important to get a lap in here. But yes, here at Spa. Spa quite a one of the harder tracks on tyre. So we have had a couple of tracks that are relatively hard themselves as well, but also being quite a long lap here. You don't get many laps in. We're just going to go for a one lap strategy here in qualifying. And it's going to be a little bit difficult because in the practice session, I didn't want to run too many laps. We've got another heat wave here in the UK. And ooh, yeah, it is warm. But now we have it's practicing race pace and some lift and coast. Whereas obviously in qualifying here, won't be lifting at all. Try not to take too much out of the tyres on this outlap. Should have enough fuel and enough energy. Into the final corner, keep a wide line, try and set up a good exit. Launch yourselves towards turn one. Could brake a little bit later into the source. So we could. Now, running down to Rouge ready on this should be flat out. Which it is. Decent line now up to the calm. Again, could have braked a little bit later. Good rotation in the car through the chicane. Had to lift a bit for the final part. Not too surprised by that. Now through the long downhill right-hander. Car understeering 3 no name. Taking a little bit easy through Puan, but still running a little bit wide there, not ideal. Now through Piff Path. Didn't feel too bad. Don't run right on the exit of Stavlo 1. Been doing that a bit in practice. Purple middle sector, apparently. Seem to be one of the few cars that have actually done lowered the fuel light's starting to come over just by keeping it on the track and flat through Blanchemont. Again, could be a little bit more aggressive in the braking zone. Now running up to the line. 21.8 is our first lap, and we can't take percent out on the fuel. We'll put on new tyres, and we'll go again. Still no rain, which is good. I have got the Mercedes going 1.6 seconds quicker. I feel like, yeah, maybe a little bit of time in the lap. Not sure how much exactly. But I do feel like there is a little bit just being a bit more aggressive. But yeah, I would say that's a suitable banker lap. That'll allow us to push a little bit more on this second flying lap. Very closer between third, fourth and fifth at the moment. So hopefully can find a little bit of time just to keep ourselves in front of that group. Don't want to have them improving and bumping us down the order too much. And this will be our final flying lap of the session. Bumped by one Aston. Eight tenths. That's a bit of time to find. I had a feeling it was going to be bumped, but not by quite that much. Well, into the chicane. Start our second and final flying lap. Much more aggressive through T1. 3/10 gain there. Better line through Rouge Radion. Find us nearly another 10th. Too much oversteer there. Maybe too much curb. Purple first sector though. That's a good start. Still understeer through. No name. A little too tight on the inside of Peon. Don't understeer wide though. Find some more time, 7/10 up. Eight tenths up now. So nearly a second up now as we've been bumped to 4th. To put ourselves back on the front row. More aggressive on the brakes, we find a bit more time. 1.3 seconds up as we come to the line. And that'll put us back into P2 within 3/10 of provisional pole at the moment, but still people on final laps. Be interesting to see if they can improve. I just need to step away for a quick second. So yeah, be right back in a couple of minutes.
Teams and drivers go to the grid for a race start.
So bumped to P3 then. Yeah, let me just get this back up. Hello. Oh, starting dry, so we are. But still chance of weather throughout the race is a small chance. Yeah, starting on the inside maybe is a better thing for T1 here. Think it's going to be a 19, maybe 20 lap race. That's okay, you can do that flat out. You can do 11 laps instant if you feel safe, but you need to feel safe quite a bit. But yeah, you can do 10 laps flat out.
Formation lap has started.
Well, I feel like this start is being weird. Like, I feel like I'm much further back than I should be from the Mercedes in front. Look behind, it's not any better. Waiting for the green now.
Green flag, green flag.
Corvette has a DT. Crash between the hypercars already. Might be under pressure here from the Aston. Falling back from the Corvette already. Won't have any slipstream. The Aston will be in perfect slipstream position, but the Aston hasn't had a good run. At Rouge Radio, and we had a little track limit. We were fine over the apex. I just ran a little bit wide on the exit, and that's what cost me. Give me the track limit. Oh, now I'm picking some up on the apexes if they come. That's 1 point already. Gonna have to be careful of that throughout the rest of this race. Aston Martin is keeping up with us. Don't know if they're saving energy though. We don't have to worry too much about the Corvette in front. That drive-through will set them back. You can start to see already the fuel save and who's fuel saving, who isn't. Just with how quickly people jump down from 94 to 93% in the top left. They're coming through after the turn 1 incident. I don't know why the Corvette placed itself on the left-hand side there when the pit entry is on the right-hand side. That just made things awkward for everyone, really. Anyway, Corvette's out of her way. And Aston really has fallen back a lot, 3T1. So yeah, now it's about trying to hit a field number. And not pick up track limits. Since we had a little bit of a rough start on lap 1. Brief yellow, so someone's had an incident behind us. Not falling back from the Mercedes in front, which is a little bit different to how the season has been so far. Oh, it's a little late turning in there. And game gives us no grief. A little bit quicker than the Mercedes, actually, that lap. Oh, I turned in way too late there. How long do I need to lift for? I'm going to lose a second from that and still get a track limit warning. That is crap. And I forgot to fuel save. That is silly. Like, oh yeah, you lifted for 5 seconds. We're still going to give you track limits despite the fact it's lost you literally a second. Which is annoying because now the Aston's nearly in slipstream range. That's a better line. I've opened the gap up against the Aston, which is good. They're not energy saving either. Okay, that mistake's now a little bit annoying because since we're running similar pace to the mark in front, and we're saving a little bit more energy than them, I sort of just have the feeling that unless they're holding back a little bit, this is seemingly, certainly so far, like our best chance to beat them. Traction can be very difficult there through the final corner. 3/10 quicker again. Got a car coming out of the pits. Let's go, let's all go here. Fair enough. Are they really paying track limits there? Luckily it's only a quarter. Merck's trying to run on that little drainage section. And for catching up to the mark, and we do get into the slipstream, I'm happy enough just to save more fuel. Loosed up a lot there. I braked a little bit too late, but got into the slipstream as well. Just didn't help the braking. Into 23s for the Mercedes. That was under great T1. Tyre wear will be kicking in, but in my practice stint, it didn't have a noticeable effect on pace. The fuel usage kind of matched up with the tyre drop-off. A little bit wide there through Stavlo too. See, that time I was arguably a little bit early on the brakes. We're looking 18 lap race now. Interesting. Aston behind is starting to close in again. Though they've also had a couple of laps of track limit warnings. Here comes the first hypercar. Don't turn in too soon for the left-hander. Next car's a few seconds back from the hypercars. Mercedes is now saved a little bit more fuel than we have. I think I'm a little bit short. To make the extra lap. No, great run through the Stavlos. Can I make it to the 11th lap? Let's say 19 laps. Oh, that was green. Oh, for goodness sakes, game. That's wide there. So 8 laps after the pit stop. Aston behind has a run. That still give me a point despite the lifting. This game can get in the bin with track limits at times. Really need to hook that left-hand side curb. Feel like I'm struggling front tires a little bit. Just wearing them out a little bit quicker than the Aston behind. %. We'll go 64 just to be safe. No, sorry, 73. Aston behind heads into the pits. Notch up to 20 lap race. Which, yeah, I would believe. So we can afford one track limit point from now to the end of the race. That is quite tight. I'm also not going to change tyres. Glad that Lambo wasn't pitting. Oh. Not ideal. I hate the way it's like, oh, you get damage, right, we're instantly going to turn it on. Because if you're in pit entry, it's like, oh, hang on, maybe I don't want it on. That's a little bit awkward going around the Click house. Did stall the car, so we'll have to refire it. Oh, now it's gone back down to 18 laps. Now it's up to 20 again. Markham Front took 5% more. They're going to go flat out to the end of this race. We're still going to save. Go. Annoyingly, they backed me up there a little bit. Nine seconds to Aston behind now. So it'd have to be a second a lap quicker. I don't think any of us took tyres. Oh, well, maybe the Corvette back down in fourth now took tyres. But the top three haven't. Oh, now back down to 19 laps. If it's going to be 19 lap race, I probably can make it to the end flat out. Well, that Aston down in P6 has got themselves a penalty. Thankfully, didn't lose too much time there from having to lift for the track limits. Yeah, that has dropped me out of slipstream. Not sure if we still hold the fastest lap of the race currently. BMW has had a crash. Or is that a Porsche? I think that's 6th place Porsche. Again, the thing's green and then it decides to turn yellow. I hate that. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to attack the Mercedes. Mainly with the track limits that we're on. Can't afford to push and take chances. Take risks. Just have to play it safe. Have to play this as a 20-lap race. It's swinging too much to say either way. You know, to take the risk, they'll only be 19. Of course, we do technically have a little bit of damage too on the front end from the pit entry. Which will not be making things easier with our understeer. Thankfully that one stayed green. I think the leading Porsche got held up by the Mercedes there. And that's allowed the Aston to close up in that fight for the Hypercar and overall lead. Fry in the mirror, going wide out of pit. I really wish there's a way for you to see the fastest lap in the race on the HUD. I took a little lift just to be safe. I can't afford getting one. Six laps to go. I don't have to save as much energy as I am saving. I can push it a little bit harder. Yeah, I can do that 9.3 to the end. Can't do much more than that, though. So still needs a bit of lift and coast, but yeah, not as much as I was doing. 5 minutes remain. Keeping the gap behind by 8 seconds. Mercedes in front. Pushing a little bit more is opening that gap up, which isn't too much of a surprise. It's still not as big of a gap as it was in the first 2 races. Fuel usage critical. I don't know what's critical about it. It seemed to be quite safe. Side out. It's in a little too deep. Car doesn't quite have the grip. Took into the first apex there. I see. Whether we do two more laps or 1 more lap hinges on whether we get passed by the leading hypercar. There's 20 seconds back, so they are. Also can see that the Valkyrie is retaking the lead from the Porsche. Only 7 cars running in the race still. Bit disappointing. As onto the brakes. Too late and too hard. yeah, I think we'll still be in front of the leading hypercar. It's a bit closer if you're the car behind. I think the car behind is going to get past. Yes, the car behind has been passed. Can't slow down quite that much. There is the leading Valkyrie. We're just going to get to the line. A mere second in front of them. Now, yes, if you do mind, I am still racing. So leave me alone. We'll easily make it to the end of this lap. We have about 9.5%. We can basically afford to make any mistakes we want. We've got a guaranteed second place now. We will be the last car across the line as well. So then, it's another P2 finish. A little bit closer this time to the cars around us. If that Corvette didn't get a DT at the start, they might have posed a little bit of a threat, but they did. So through the bus stop chicane. And with the percent to spare, we'll throw in a couple of donuts. But yeah, good race lap. Let's see, fastest lap. Yes, we did take fastest lap at the end. Shouldn't see so many people DNFing in short race. Seems like quite a few of them made their own mistakes. That's why. Yeah, tyres a bit more of a struggle there because temperature's much higher. So it's 15 degrees for practice, 28 degrees ambient in the race. A little bit higher than that, of course, track temp. So that is what caused the issues. Anyway, daily racing night. we are going to register in our Porsche once again. GTEs at Fuji is this week's combination that we're going to take part in. No chicane as well, which will be interesting. Again, our goal here, if we can today, it would be really nice, is to get into silver safety rating. Yeah, that would be the goal. But yeah, we will have to see. But yeah. Hmm. So I'm just going to take a little 6-minute break, I suppose, before we get into Fuji. I'm not going to practice. I'm on cooldown for the moment. So yeah, back in a back in about 6 minutes. Right, so it is now time for our first daily race of the evening. Hello, hello. Fuji, of course, we ran on Monday. Not this quite though. We had the chicane on Monday running in the GT3s. But now GTs, no ABS. Going to be a little bit difficult into turn 1. So it will be. And the final sector. Unlike usual. I do want to go out and get a lap in. Just for some practice. Just because I haven't done the lap round here in this car. Same with Sebring. Sebring hadn't done any laps in a GTE. And at Monza last week. So at least this will give us an attempt into T1. That isn't our first qualifying lap. Now we have the fast right-hander up here. Got to be careful of the rear end over-rotating. Now, the long flat-out stretch down start finish straight. We'll get one attempt at T1, and that'll pretty much be our practice over. Where are we gonna brake? Maybe about here. That wasn't too bad. That was a good first guess by 120 meters. Now we're going to pull into the pits just because qualifying is about to begin. And we want... I'm going to leave enough in for 4 laps. We'll head on out to pit exit. Just because without the chicane here, the lap is actually relatively short. No, we're losing a few seconds here, still making our way to pit exit. Of course, we don't want to push too hard on this out lap. Don't want to unnecessarily wear the tyres. Of course, it is normal tyre wear, but the soft tyres are a little more fragile. Imagine the front left, especially with this long right-hander. And then some of the right-handers we have in the rest of the lap. final corner then, try and strain up the exit as much as possible for the best traction, best run then to T1. Not sure if we will get 3 laps in, might just be 2 laps. But anyway, into T1 now. Brake as late as I dare, and that felt like a good brake point. Nearly slight lock on the front left, but nothing big, nothing major. Maybe could be a little bit more committed through there, but on our first flying lap, just taking it safely. Maybe pushing a little too hard through the long right-hander. Could brake a little bit later, I guess, into the left-hander. Now down into this quick right-hander. Just skip out the chicane. That felt alright. Try not to lock the front right tyre coming into the final sector. Hasn't felt like a bad lap, but when you're in top split, you really gotta be quick, really gotta be on it. Gotta be very close. Oh, I need like a pole lap if I want to get a final lap in. Anyway, into T1 once again. Okay, a little bit more speed in, but sacrificed the exit a little bit. Ran a little bit wide there. Oh, a little deep into the left-hander. But I have made up a couple of tenths, which is looking to be very good. Look how close it is in the top left at the moment. Really pushing the right-handers here into Sector 2, into Sector 3. Oh, struggled for traction over the final corner there. Should have been a couple less litres of fuel. Let's come up to the line now. Will be an improvement up to P12. Yeah, if I just held on to, what, 3 more tenths potentially, could have been a top 9. Let's see what the times are. 3 more tenths. Could have been P7. So one of the Astons got themselves DQ'd. Yeah, it could have been P7. Instead, we're 13th. 6 positions from that, sir. Subpar final sector. Yeah, really should have put in a little less fuel. And just sort of committed to the 2 flying laps. Oh well. So what are top times? 135s. Let's see, how many laps will the race be? 13 laps. $31 liters. I think that will do us. Put on a new set of softs.
Teams and drivers go to the grid for a race start.
So here we go then. We're right in the pack. Ooh. I'll add 2 liters just to be safe. Right in the mid-pack, T1. Might not be any cleaner than Monza T1. A little bit more space here, though. So yeah, hopefully it is clean. Oh, one person's going for mediums. I'd think of maybe a medium front left, but I don't know if I'd go for mediums. Now they've come back in for softs. Do you have the fuel in? Do you have the tires? Okay, looks like everyone is going softs. Ooh. The pre-grid is very weird here. So inside for T1,
Formation lap has started.
which is nice, but right in the mid-pack, hopefully we can avoid. That was awkward, stalled the car. I really do struggle with these GTEs. Turn the wiper off. Pit limiter on. Hopefully don't get a penalty for that, but might do.
Green flag,
We're all clear. Not the greatest of starts. Looks like the Ferraris have a good bit of acceleration off the start. Someone spun across from the field. Oh, a lot of argy-bargy in front. Between Porsche and Ferrari. Porsche, very little awareness, it seems like, for the people alongside them. Don't think I needed to turn out there, but did so just to be safe. Yeah, that Porsche is just being an absolute menace, and yeah, I do want to get the best position I can, but not at the risk of safety rating. There, they've murdered someone else. Oh, for goodness sakes, and they're still here. Oh, 100 laps. They'll lock up into T1. In P12, so we are up one position with all the lap 1 chaos. Again. Like, you pull the clutch in, oh, car still stalls because of the new update. Oh, that annoys me so much. A little bit of a flat spot now after that mistake. We'll see what we can do. Can still learn for a second race of the evening. Luckily no one tagged us, so no damage. Still a group of cars in front of us. Might be able to catch up to them. Yellow flag. Oh, other Porsche. Spun round. Much quicker than all the cars in front of us. A second than the next two in front, so we can catch them down. Have a bit of a race with them. Ferrari on the inside with quite a bit of damage, it looks like. Yeah, only 2 seconds up to the next car in front. Gotta be really careful. Porsche, very easy to over-rotate per exit off the final corner. You can see a lot of fighting going on up ahead for 11th place. We're up to 14th now, only down 1 place from where we qualified. Not too bad. I like that. That time's much more similar this time. Big lock-up from one of the cars fighting over 11th place. A little bit wide for the blue car directly in front of us. That's not quite the line. Car in front snatched the front left and I followed. Much better final corner there. Yeah, so the cars in front have picked up their pace a little bit. Went to 36s for the car in front. Might be able to catch the Corvette, but the blue Ferrari directly in front of us might be a bit difficult. Depends if they start fighting, I suppose. Looks like the Ferrari's going to make a relatively easy move here. So yeah, now less than 2 seconds to the Corvette. Was a yellow flag out, but whoever it was got going again. Oh, would you look at that? It's the Porsche that's just been causing mischief all race. And now the Corvette's taking them out. Well, that gets us past the Corvette and up to P12 now. So we're still up 1 place from where we qualified. Can we go 1 place further? Into the 36s ourselves. You can see that front left is starting to struggle on the tyre wear. Corvette really deep into T1 behind us. A little bit of a lock up there, but still got the car into the corner all right. Another yellow flag. There's a Porsche, which has had issues. Fortunately, they get on in front of us. Flat spots got worse. No, didn't lock a tire last lap. Interesting. Now, I wonder if we can close in on this Porsche if they've any damage. Or if they start fighting the blue Ferrari. That's also a possibility. I definitely locked the front left up that time. Bring brake bias a little more rearward. Just trying to help prevent the lockups a little bit. Porsche sends it down the inside here, but Ferrari holds it around the outside, gets onto the curb though. They're slowing each other down now. Look at Ferrari immediately going defensive. Porsche getting a little distracted, running onto the grass. Now, I'd say we're sort of in this fight now. Porsche pushing a lot more through the first part of the long right-hander there. Yeah, with the flat spot we have on that front left, going to be so easy to lock it. Now, we're not desperate to get in front of these two cars. Whatever we do, we just want to keep it clean. We don't want to have any contact. Little lock up from the Ferrari, I think it was there. Oh, come on. Ferrari just decided to park it in the middle of the circuit. Well, it was fine where it was. It was on the outside. There's a line on the inside. Then it just drove forward onto the apex. That was so stupid from them. And then it's like, yeah, we all just bunch up. You know, it's like, okay, Ferrari start. Oh, we can get on the inside safely. Drives forward. It's like, oh, right. No, we're all bunching up into a crash thanks to you. Still 4 laps to go. But now we're fighting to try and catch up with the Chevy that's now 4 seconds in front. Gotta hope them and the Porsche slow each other down. Otherwise, it might be a bit difficult for us. That's a Porsche with significant issues. Running really slowly. That'll put us back up to P12. So yeah, we're still about a second quicker than the Corvette. 3 laps to go. We need them to slow each other down in the battle. Since we have like 3.5 seconds to go. Porsche's going for a move now. Looking to the outside. How hard will the Corvette fight it? Oh, it slots back in front for the right-hander here. Now will the Porsche try and have a little dive here into left-hander? They tried to move there on a Ferrari earlier, but they didn't try one this time. Final corner, they're thinking about it, but decided better of it. Got the slipstream, got the better acceleration out of the final corner. He's looking to the inside. The Corvette chasing them all the way to the pit wall. How much did we gain that lap? 1.2 seconds. We need a little more than that. 2 laps to go. Big lock-up for the Porsche. They run in deep, which isn't ideal for us. We really needed the Porsche to still be there, slowing the Corvette down. But now the Porsche is more likely to slow us down. Porsche back on the tail end of the Corvette. Taking the wider line into the final corner. Corvette's a little wide for the apex. Trying to carry the momentum. We're a second back. When we did our first GTE races at Sebring, the 2 races we did, we managed to, in both of them, make an overtake on the final corner. Big lock-up for the Corvette there, lock-up for ourselves as well. Can we repeat that feat? The Porsche is passed. So it's now all on us. Can we get the Corvette? With how long of a run there is from the final corner to the start-finish line. We could even get them on a drag race. Porsche behind had an instant. Don't care about them. Look at the bounce off the curb for the black Porsche in front. The Corvette was a little bit wide of the apex. We're on the rear bumper now. Corvette runs a little bit wide there. Try and get the best exit we can in the slipstream. We're not closing enough. That would have been interesting if we could have raced that way into T1, but the Corvette just a little too much top end. With the Porsche being there, I don't know if we weren't quite close enough to the Porsche to get any, for the Corvette to get any slipstream off them. I want to... Oh my god, sorry. Your pedal is off. Wow, what an excuse. Welcome, Nar. Welcome, Artie. Good to have you too. Well, we will daily races. 4 minutes for the next one. Hopefully it can be a bit cleaner than that one. Yeah, I believe if we back out here, we can get our results. Might not have loaded just yet, but the pop-up already came up. Ooh. Okay, not surprised at the driver reading being down, but safety rank up 2 arrows. That's good. Yeah. How is that person? How is that Porsche gold? I mean, that Corvette we were fighting down 3 arrows. They didn't have a good time. But yeah, rank breakdown. Did gain a position. But yeah, we were, what, number 5? So what, it was expecting 5th place from us? Yeah, so lost only minus 5.8. I'll take that. One quality lap. Like, I never invalidated a quality lap. All we had was that contact. Where, yeah, we literally could not avoid. Up 36.2%. All clean laps in the race except for that one contact lap. So yeah, up 36.2%. Oh, looking at that little graphic there, I think, yeah, we maybe could be in a chance. We have registered, but it's not showing up as thingied. Well, like next race up here, which is a little odd. But yeah, I guess this hasn't quite updated because it looks, the bar was, you can't see my mouse cursor, but it was certainly a lot closer to the end, not sort of halfway through. But yes, one more race for the evening. And then that will be us. Server goes up in a couple of minutes. Warm enough, so it is. Let's see. Oh, either our ranking has dropped us from we were number 5 last time. What, now we're like number 10 or 11? Where there's a lot more fast people, and of course people are still registering. But any moment now, should be getting in. Welcome in. Sorry, I realised I muted right as I said that to take a drink. But yes, welcome in, Flom. Goody, one last race here. There we go, join event. Hopefully we can get a slightly better qualifying position. I mean, we did have it last week. Well, we were similar position in the first race, then the second race we were bang up into top 5. So hopefully we can do something similar. Yeah, there we are. Loaded in. We could do a lap. Well, we only want 3 laps. So 8 liters. Yeah, we'll go do a lap because we have time. Ugh. think I'm going to set the brake bias back a little bit earlier. Or from the get-go. Just to try and help protect the front tires. What the traction control is on the car around the final sector is a little bit worrisome. Because you can feel the car start to slide, and you're like, oh, is it going to start to go here? And then it kicks in and bogs your momentum down a little bit. Maybe it could be a little bit later into T1. Yeah, that'll be the end of the session. We've got 3 laps of fuel in. Put on new set of softs. And we will head out. Oh, wrong button. Cleaner pit exit. Hopefully don't stall again on the off the dummy grid. And again, we'll just take it easy around on this first lap. One Fry's got themselves a stop-go. That effectively ends their qualifying session. Yeah, just go take it easy, keep the tires cool, not to put any excess wear through them. Now, final corner. Get the best exit we can. Look at that, all tires still at 100%. Not as much fuel as we had last session, so just 2 little details that will help us gain a little bit. We know how close it was in that mid-pack that we qualified in the first time. Oh, that's an awful T1. Tried braking a little bit later. It's just slightly locked the fronts. Now we know we don't need to go down to 3rd gear 3 here. Little bit wide. Game's not going to invalidate our lap. Now the fast right-hander here. Bit of a difficult one. Oh, a little bit of a slide there, which would have hurt momentum. Bit of a lock up too on the entry. And a little bit too early. Not sure if taking the inside curb there is beneficial or not. Final corner now, swing it in, try and get the power down on exit. A little bit messy in a couple of places. Also, we're ranked 10th in this split this time. First lap, 36.5. I believe that is a bit quicker than what we did last quali. Get the car into T1 much better this time. Good exit too. 3/10 gained. A little better on the apex of turn 3. So finding time here. Oh, that didn't feel the greatest. Yeah, a little bit of a poor exit. It's alright. Lost a couple of hundredths, but only some hundredths. Carried more speed through there because we didn't have a slide. Tried to turn in a little bit later there. Carried a little more speed out of the corner, which we did. Didn't run over the curb. It didn't make a big difference time-wise. Final corner now. Didn't get as much rotation through the car as we did on the first lap. Up to the line, nearly 4/10 up, currently sitting P10. This will put us up to 7th place. Look at how close it is in front. We'll see what the times are here. So yeah, we're about, what, a 10th off of 5th place. There's only a 1,000th between 5th and 6th. We've missed out on 7th by 13 thousandths. And well, there's 300ths behind us to the next car back. Still some people finishing their final laps. Currently seeing P8. That is much better than the 13th we had last session, and better than the 10th position we're sort of predicted in. Evening, Geeky. Good to see you. We're just about to start our final race of the evening. Fry's bumped themselves up to 12th.
Teams and drivers go to the
There we
grid
go.
for a race.
We need 13 laps. New set of tires. Let's try not to kill them as much. And yeah, switch the brake bias. Yeah, starting outside of T1 this time, a few rows further up than we were in the previous race. Yeah, hopefully this race is a bit cleaner than the last one. Well, yes, we did stay out of trouble and had a good safety rank gain. Yeah, there was a lot of carnage for us to involve that a lot of other people got caught up in. So yeah, will be interesting to see. First things first, don't stall the car in about 25 seconds. That would be a good start. Just go. Just put my hand over my PC to feel how warm the air is from it, and it's not too warm, in fairness. I thought it'd be quite a bit warmer than it is.
Formation lap has started.
That is a much better getaway. Always feels wrong to me when you bounce off the limiter to pull away. But it feels like if you don't bounce off the limiter, that's how you stall. Yeah, I stalled pulling away for the formation start last race. Luckily, we got up in time and it was all fine. But it's just, I know if you do have to catch up a lot with these short formation laps, you know, they can ping you for a penalty. Someone got a penalty in our first race, actually, at Spa in the GT3s. Because they were slow getting away, and then I don't think they quite followed the guidance correctly. Anyway, we're waiting for the green flag now.
Green flag, green flag.
Ferrari seemed to get really good launch off the pit limiter. Caught on the outside here. Losing out a bit. But everyone through cleanly. Which is good. Still holding on to P8. Ooh, side by side behind us. Into here, 2 Ferraris. Oh, the Porsche had quite a bit of rotation there, bit of over rotation. Then has just turned into us. Immediately ducks into the slipstream. I'll let them have the inside into the corner. Well, they got on the throttle very early. Much earlier than expected, with a lot more confidence. Bit of a gap to Ferrari behind. We'd like to try and keep that gap. As we all bounce over the curb there. Big twitch for the Porsche in front. Gives them a very poor run. Seems like we'll be racing down into T1 again. Even on the inside line, that Porsche gets through T1 very well. Thankfully, the fry behind hasn't closed up as we've battled a bit. Porsche again losing the rear end. Quite a bit of fighting going on up ahead between all the Ferraris. That's bringing us towards this pack in front. Matching times with the fry behind. Nearly ran into the back for the Porsche. Braked a little bit earlier than I thought it would. I can feel a flat spot from that. I didn't think flat spot would have been that bad. Didn't look up for that long, but I can certainly feel it. Oh, and the car just drifting out now. Oh yeah, this flat spot's much worse than I was expecting. That's going to make the rest of this race a little bit difficult. That's too much carb. Another big twitch for the Porsche in front. Fry drop back in the final sector there. And we'll get slipstream again from the Porsche in front. Yeah, Porsche in front gets off T1 very well. That was a cut and a half. That's one invalid lap. I feel like that could be the difference between getting into silver this race on the safety ranking and being held out in just missing out and staying in bronze. Not falling back from this pack of cars in front of us too much. Have a little bit this lap, but they all start fighting each other again. We're going to close in again, open the gap to the fry behind a little bit in the final sector. But yeah, the Porsche in front of us definitely has the pace to go forward. Running wide out of T1 isn't going to help them though. I tried to save that one, but didn't want to go. Okay, car at the front of this pack is starting to break away a little bit. But the red and blue car in there are now starting to go at it, or certainly looking at it. Porsche goes for a move up the inside of the yellow Ferrari. Minutes into the race now. Leader has completely ran away with this race. Another bit of a lock-up into the left-hander there. Turn 6, I believe that left-hander is, if I remember back to Monday correctly. Ooh, cars following each other wide through the right-hander there. Luckily, we're not getting held up too much by the cars in front just yet. And the blue Ferrari behind us isn't catching us. Very interesting line from the Porsche there. We kind of ended up following it. Could be getting a distant 2 here down towards T1. Straddled the curb a little too much there on exit. Everyone's so similarly paced in this pack that everyone's struggling to make any moves. Some people will be fearful if they go for a move, they'll just end up losing out. The Porsche in that pack, a few cars in front ran a little bit wide. The blue Ferraris now ran wide. Yellow Ferrari struggling to keep right on the back of the Porsche in front of it. Coming under a lot of pressure from this Porsche directly in front of us. Porsche had a bad exit there out of the final corner, closing in with the slipstream. Porsche, so still getting a bit of a tow from the Ferrari in front. Sort of struggling this race with turn 3, the left-hander there. Just not getting the turn-in point right for it. just snatched the front right there. I don't need both front tires with lockups. Oh, a lockup for Porsche in front or the Ferrari, the red one, running very wide there. That's going to kind of reignite this battle. Porsche to the inside of the yellow Ferrari. Squeezing the Ferrari out onto the curb on the exit. Ferrari flashing with disapproval. It's going to be a drag race down towards T1. Looks like the Ferrari has more straight line speed, but we know that Porsche is good through T1. I imagine they're going to try and commit to the move. The yellow Ferrari is really, really going to try and dissuade them. By the end of the day, it's not going to be able to stop them from having a look. It's going to try and hang out around the outside, but the traction of the Porsche just superior. Holds him back in front, and the Ferrari is now thinking about doing something stupid, which it has done, and just taking themselves out of the race. Well done, yellow Ferrari. Maybe a little unsettled. Porsche in front of us, running wide into turn 6. But yeah, you could just tell whenever they swerved over to the left into turn 3 there, it's like, right, what the fuck are you going to do here? Because whatever you try and do on the inside turn 3, it's probably going to fail. And it failed miserably. Porsche in front of us seems to be struggling a little bit now. Putting some pressure on them. Struggling with understeer through the final corner. Blue Ferrari's caught up this time. That's for sure. We got checked up a little bit with the Ferrari spinning. 3 minutes 40 seconds remaining. 3 laps to go. Up to P7 now. Can we hold on to it? That is the question. Oh, they're fighting in front. The silver Porsche has got themselves in front of the blue Ferrari. And things have just opened up now. Managed to get rid of that track warning, which is nice. Ferrari behind us also ran wide. They kind of followed us wide. Hopefully now the Porsche in front of us has a clean final sector and we're able to pull the gap again on the Ferrari behind. That's a bad turn. A little too much carb there on exit. Try not to run into the back of the Porsche. We'll get slipstream from them. They won't have any slipstream, and we've broken the slipstream from the blue Ferrari behind. Porsche not showing any defense. Pretty confident that we weren't going to go for a move. So just lifting to make sure we don't run into the back of them. More worried about having a safe race, gaining safety rating than we are positions. Oh, this, yeah. That yellow Ferrari had an issue. They were flashing. And then that backed the Porsche up. Ferrari has significant damage. They've had a crash of sorts. That gives us 2 free positions. I need to save fuel. Or do I? No, it's the final lap next time round. I don't. I'm good. Big slide for the blue Ferrari there. Both of us, all three of us having wobbles out of the final corner. But yeah, on to the final lap now. I looked into Bomb Racing, 2.1 laps. That's very aggressive weave, unnecessary from the Ferrari in front. But yeah, I seen 2.1 laps and it's like, oh, I'm just a little bit short, aren't I? But no, I'm quite safe. Blue Ferrari in front braked very early. Braked at like 150. We'll try and put the pressure on in case the blue Ferrari makes a mistake, but I don't expect to make any move myself on this final lap. Just want to bring it home safely. No, we don't have the straight line speed against Ferrari to get them on a drag race to the line. But you never know. I didn't get the traction there. Maybe Ferrari will have an awful final corner. But again, I think it's going to be the same sort of drag race up to the line. Stop your weaving. Alright, that Ferrari must have ran out of fuel. So they must have... I'm just going to press this before anyone crashes into me. P5, end of that race. Yeah. Pretty calm race. Couple of little incidents, but yeah, nothing too major. That should gain a safety rating now. So it should. Why everyone Ferrari will see on straight. Yeah, I can tell. I can see why. Yeah, some person running out of fuel at the end. That's funny. Yeah, that is then going to be it for this. We'll see what our results are. Then we will jump over to Art of Rally, run the daily event. Hotline results ready, are they? They are. There we go. Rank breakdown. Finished 5th, gained 3 positions from qualifying in P8. 2 invalid laps. It didn't even give us a contact thing with the Porsche. That's nice. 0.38% in driver rank, 27.1 safety rank. That has got us into silver. Let's go. Yeah, that's what I wanted from this. And yeah, we did it. So yeah, if we now go back to daily races, what do you mean? I think this is still to update, but I mean, theoretically we should be able to do this. If I restarted the game, it'd probably work. Let me just back out and go back in. Now I think I need to restart for it to update. But yeah, we can now do, this week at least, the ELMS Sprint Cup and the Prototype Trophy. Yeah, so a little bit more selection when it comes to Monday. If, you know, like what happened this week where we were like a minute late to the race that we wanted, there's not going to be like a race at like 5 or 10 minutes later. Like you see this, there's 5 minutes difference between theirs. We'll have a little bit more choice of what we want to do. But yeah, that I'm happy with that now. But yes, as I said, we'll switch on over to Art of Rally for the end of the stream, as we usually do. Run the daily event. And yes, Monday will be our next stream, as we had on this Monday as well, Monday a couple of days ago. We'll be doing a GT3 race, 2 times fuel usage, 65-minute race at Le Mans Mulsanne. That'll be an interesting race for sure. And then afterwards, we'll try and get 1 or 2 daily races in afterwards this week. We just missed out last week, and this week, I can be bothered waiting. So next week, hopefully, now that we've got silver races, yeah, hopefully a little more choice. Speaking of Monday, we finished off 19th, top 5% at the end of the daily event. Let's see what we can do today. Group B car at Germany for 9.6 kilometer tarmac stage. Delta? I think that's Delta. At least from the quick look I got before we go into the stage. Very technical start to this stage. 90-degree corners. Stage would not be tie-dye approved. That's for sure. Now we get into the faster stuff. Relatively small jump there. Gotta be a little bit careful with all the stones. Just going to turn my headset volume down a little bit. Can barely hear myself think. Wow, there's a little chicane here. That's cheeky. Don't know why I double shifted there. Big jump here. We went full send. Could have braked a little bit later for that junction, but it was hard to spot what braking point. Not too far from the finish now. A little bit of a technical section to finish off with the stones either side of the road. A lot more varied though than the start of the stage. There you go, 3 minute 22.1. Hey, not bad. Top 12th currently, top 4%. That's good going. I will certainly. I'll take that. Yeah. Could have been a little bit better, but mostly clean. No major mistakes, just a small little, oh, like maybe a little bit wide. Could have braked a little bit later, but yeah, nothing major. That was good. Let's have a little look at the weekly leaderboard. Of course, we did this on Monday. We sit 28th currently, at top 5%. That's not too bad. Like be a little further up, but yeah, we will make do with that. However, that's going to be it for today's stream. Um, no streams this no streams most likely this weekend. On Friday evening, I'm out helping marshalling a local rally, so I won't be around for the MX5 races or anything else that will pop up. So nothing on Friday. Saturday, maybe an evening stream. Might do something on Beam, or if something on LMU pops up, maybe, but nothing planned at the moment. So currently, next stream will be on Monday. And I don't know when exactly I'm going to be getting home on Saturday from the rally, so a little bit cautious with what plans I make. But yeah, then on Monday we will be back, more Le Mans Ultimate. We'll have that 65-minute GT3 race at Le Mans. Mulsanne, no chicanes along the Mulsanne Straight will make it very heavy, very thirsty on the fuel, especially with 2 times fuel usage. So how strategy fares out with that, I don't know. You'll have to tune in on Monday, see how that pans out. But yeah, we had a decent race at Fuji on Monday. Hopefully we can have another. I say decent. Apart from that, our one in lap that just went to crap. Other than that, it was a good race. But yeah, hopefully, we had the potential for a podium. Let's just say on Monday. Maybe we can get one next Monday. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, will be interesting to see how that pans out. And then, of course, we'll be back next Wednesday as well for the 4th round into the second half of our Wednesday series. Next week, we'll be at Monza. So we will. I think that's the normal Monza with the first chicane. So yeah, that's going to be interesting. We've had second places so far every week. Yeah, we'll see if we can continue that, or if someone will actually give us a little bit more of a fight. Next Wednesday. But yeah, that's the plan for the next week. But yeah, thank you, Nares, thank you, Artie, thank you, Fionn, thank you, Gigi, for popping in, chatting a little bit. Hope you all enjoyed. Thank you to anyone else too who was lurking throughout the stream. Hope you all enjoy the rest of your Wednesday evenings. Hope you're all keeping hydrated. Keep taking care of yourselves in the warm weather, certainly around Europe at the moment. And yeah, hope you enjoy sort of the rest of your week, I suppose, if I'm not back on Saturday. But yeah, until next time, thank you all very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Till then, take care. Bye bye.